Welcome to the Strike a Match podcast. It's your girl, Klassi, Ladi.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Hamp.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the third episode to the family series. Third episode, we now have the discussion about Black women, the role that we contribute in building Black wealth, and of course, sisterhood.
Yeah, so the first one was just kind of the introduction, overall family, securing the bag. Second one was we talking to the men, talking about how brotherhood is currency.
Yeah.
And the importance of brotherhood and making sure that brotherhood is strong, and all the things, all the nuances that take play with that. Now today we talking about we talking to the sisters, we talking to the women.
Where y'all at, ladies? Where y'all at? Let me see in the comments section. Give me some hearts. Give me some crowns.
Queens, where y'all at?
Hey,
we coming for y'all.
Time to shine.
Oh man, this about to be easy, right? This is about to be like a 30-minute episode, right? Like, cause it ain't too much to cover, right? Like, y'all got this.
I mean, you might as well say it's gonna be more than 30 minutes, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to women. You see what's going on in the world today.
Hey,
Black girl magic, we out here.
Let's get into it. Y'all definitely doing y'all thing.
Yeah.
No hate, no shade my way.
Hey, that's why we appreciate the support that we get from our Black brothers. That's why it means so much more,
Yeah.
Y'all kind of allowed us to do this thing a little better than we would have did if we was alone. I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's a partnership. We need each other.
That part.
We need each other. Man, we need each other.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
Hey, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
The one thing that they don't want to see is a Black man and a Black woman together making power moves.
Nah, and they don't want to see us together like celebrating each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, of
Exactly.
course, we're gonna have the moments where we're gonna have to like, all right, come on in the room, let me talk to you.
Right.
Let me holler at you about what I'm seeing going on. But the one thing they definitely do not want to see us doing is like celebrating each other like with enthusiasm and like admiration and honor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
respect for one another.
Respect for one another. Like, they don't want to see that, man.
Yeah.
That's They start shivering in their boots.
That part. And since we can't take they to the bank, who cares what they think?
Hey, you said it, Klassi. Like, if we can't take they to the bank, who is they anyway?
They didn't.
We ain't worrying about what they say. They ain't got nothing to do with us
at all.
So yeah, forget them.
Yeah, it's cool though. So kind of like how we started off with the Black men episode, we gonna kind of go into the character traits of a Black woman, what it means to be a queen.
Okay. Yeah, and everybody listening, the one thing that you want to keep in mind as we talking about this, and we talking about the Black wealth. We talking about Black wealth mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We talking about how the man and the woman and the children and how their mindset all impact and come into play when it come to creating that generational wealth, that overall healthy Black mindset, Black wealth mentality, culture. So today we talking about the women. We talking about what makes a queen a queen.
Yeah.
The character traits, just like how we talked about the men in the last episode, we talking about the women today.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you think about the character traits of a person or the mindset of a person, it's really in that place where they are able to establish healthy relationships and marriages and families, but they're also able to, like you said, establish business, create legacy, be in a mindset where you're creative enough and disciplined enough to multiply whatever you put your hands to.
Yeah. And I think like when you say that, when I think about I don't know how to say it or whatever. We talking a queen or just a woman's woman. When I think about that, I think about the word you just hit with multiply.
Yeah.
I can't remember who said it. Was like you bring a woman like some groceries or something and she turn it into dinner. You bring your woman a business plan and she help you turn it into a business.
Yeah.
Like y'all are multipliers. Like y'all help take the things that we bring to the table and just put that multiplier effect on it.
Absolutely.
And it's like wow. How'd you do that?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's mainly because that's one of the character traits. I'll start there. Women are creators. By nature, we are creators. So,
Okay.
like you said, you give us a house, we make it a home. You give us
Yeah,
groceries, we give you dinner.
Yeah.
You give us seed, we give you children.
Yeah. That's the biggest one.
Right. You give us a vision of a business you have, and we like, oh, let's make this a franchise.
Yeah.
So, kind of like I want to say kind of like the story of Jesus when he had like what was it, 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread, or the other way around.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's what women do. I can remember growing up, like my mom worked 3 jobs. She was multiplying. She was expecting her kids to have and not go without, regardless of what our circumstance was.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's a meal gonna be on the table every day.
Every day, no
we
matter
lack
what.
for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just as women, even though we're faced with a lot of opposition and we deal with a lot of different adversity, it's kind of like as a creator in your mind, you take everything to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You continue to strive.
You continue to reach higher and defy those odds.
Yeah.
And provide and make sure that what's needed is there. Now, when you talk about that made me think about a question. Is that something that you feel like women are just kind of like naturally born with, or you feel like it's something that you have to kind of like cultivate and nurture and like grow into?
I honestly think it's just something that we just naturally born into.
Okay.
Because I can remember even as like young kids, we sit and play house, but of course we got these big visions. We playing with Barbie dolls, but we done made a whole living room, dining room, kitchen.
Got Ken's house decked out.
Listen, swimming pool in the back. Our minds kind of just allow us to just go to that next level. We can see things. We can see things in fruition.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we kind of see things at its end.
That visionary. You see the vision.
The vision.
The vision, yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that women has when it comes to men, especially. A lot of times, some women are in relationships longer than they should be because they see the end result. They either buy into the potential of a person and expecting you to be like this full package.
Okay, because they seeing that potential.
Exactly.
And because of the, like you said, that visionary characteristic that they have.
Yeah.
It kind of it might get you in trouble in certain situations. Where you not like looking at what's right in front of you, but you thinking about what the end result going to be once you kind of
what he has the potential to be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see.
And I know how a lot of people sometimes try to say like, oh, women think they can change people. It may not necessarily be that we think that we can change you. It's just that we see the real you. We see something greater inside of you. We see the finished product.
Yeah.
However, just because you haven't gotten to that space yet, it kind of affects us in a way that sometimes to our detriment. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I guess that come with wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like anything else with maturity, it come with wisdom.
Yeah.
When you come into the fullness of yourself as a woman, and you realize like, okay, like I might have this gift of being able to see, like the vision and what the potential is. But then I know I have to have discernment and to know when to like, maybe get out of a situation or when to like look at, okay, this is what it is. And it's nothing I can do to change this person type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
And that also made me think about, and I don't know what the next characteristic is, but you talking about that just made me think about how, just thinking about when I think about like the black family wealth mindset, securing the bag, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It made me think about like it's almost like a secret weapon. If you with that woman that you need to be with,
right?
That's for you. When she speak them words into you, you talking about the vision and the potential, right? When she speak them words into you, it's like unlocking something in myself as a man that I didn't even know was there, and now I'm like, man. Like, I
could do this.
I could do this.
I could take this to
like
the next level.
Shorty done like, said something to me.
Yeah.
Pulled something out of me I didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, it made me think about another saying that I heard a cat say was like, the woman gonna bring out two characteristics. You know, she either speaking to the king in you or the fool in you.
That part.
one of them two. She's either speaking to the king in you or the fool in you.
Absolutely.
And so with that, it just made me think about what you was talking about. You saying like having that vision and seeing that potential. Like that's another gift I see of a queen.
Yeah.
Somebody that is able to use her words to like build up instead of tear down, and like bring to life instead of take to death. Like and really have that wisdom with her words.
Yeah.
And that belief that what she's speaking can like bring life and bring prosperity and like bring like a whole new situation that the people you talking to might not even see.
Exactly. Because you won't like you have this greater outcome in your mind, and when you're able to share that with other people, it's almost like speaking life into a situation, speaking life into a circumstance, speaking life into a person. Speaking life into a business idea. I think that's why vision boards got so big the way that it did, because it's honestly how women think naturally. We just put it on paper. So now it's goal setting. You know what I'm saying? With the vision boards? With the vision boards.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we have this board. I have these 10 different items that I want to attain, these 10 goals that I want to reach. And it's like, okay, now that I can see it, now I know what I need to do to manifest it, to bring it to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got some experience with that, right? Like actually working with people who have businesses or was thinking about doing something.
Yeah.
And linking up with them and helping them get the business going. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and that's part of my business, strikeamatch.co. Be sure to check out the website and hit me up if you need help establishing business, creating legacy, creating a policy and procedure, all of the above.
Look at that shameless
customer retention, all of that.
That shameless plug.
Build that clientele. This your girl, Klassi Lady.
Klassi Lady with the shameless plug in there.
I mean, you mentioned it, so I might as well.
Nah. She got some testimonials for real though, y'all. Like she got some people that she helped put on. I can see that for sure. I ain't even just saying that, but
yeah,
you know, that is something that like I definitely admire, especially when I look at like other couples or people I know in my own circle, and one of my partners will tell me and say something like, you know, like, man, like I had this idea, I had the skills to do such and such, but it wasn't until I met so and so that she helped me, you know, put it together and package it, and you know, really motivate me to get that thing together. And so it's like that's a real. That's like a secret, you know, weapon, man. Like for
that's
real,
the secret sauce.
That sometimes that be that last missing thing, yo. Straight up.
Black women, the secret sauce, yo. Which brings me to my next character trait, which is wisdom.
Wisdom. Yo.
Now that is a spiritual gift that we have, but you have to know how to tap into it. That's the only thing about it. I can't say that everybody uses their wisdom.
Yeah.
Because wisdom is nothing but learned experiences.
Okay.
So if you've gone through something, it shouldn't be a failure, because there should have been a lesson in any and everything that you do.
If you have wisdom.
Yeah. Because whatever you have gone through, you can use that for your betterment. So that either the next time you face with it, or the next time
you make a different decision and do something differently, or approach it differently because you done had that experience from it or whatever. Yeah,
and that's something that women have innately. It's a spiritual gift that we definitely should be taking advantage of.
Yeah.
Because sometimes so much is going on in our day to day that it'll be like almost like you coming around on the same issue all over again, and you're like, dang,
I saw this before. This thing happened already.
Yeah. Let me handle this the right way so I can pass this test and not keep stumbling over this same issue, this same problem.
Yeah. And that's another thing. I mean, when you talk about like so much going on in the day to day, like most time, at least from what I see, like women are managing a lot of things. You managing things at work, you managing things in the family, you managing stuff going on in your own life. You know what I'm saying? And so like with all these different things that's coming at you, and all these different things that you have to make decisions on, and make sure that you're making the best decisions and stuff.
Yeah.
Having that wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
and almost kind of being able to know, like, okay, I've seen this before. I know how this play out. I know how this gonna go. I experienced this already.
Yeah.
And being able to like actually like put that wisdom into action
Mm-hmm.
can be like a deal breaker.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Between something going south and something working out for you, not just for you, but just for the family as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. As a family, and even just on the level of business, when you talk about legacy and building a brand, that wisdom, you can remember like grandma coming to the table with wisdom, sharing them nuggets, giving them gems, letting you know, be careful the company you keep. We call them cliches now, but they were like legit nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah.
And it kind of prevented you.
It was like proverbs almost.
Yeah, proverbs, exactly.
African proverbs. That's what those was. Yeah.
And it kind of prevented you from going down the wrong path.
Mm-hmm.
It kept you away from certain circles that you knew you weren't supposed to be a part of.
Yeah. Like,
and it kind of kept a lot of doors shut that you weren't.
I know I shouldn't be hanging out with them, but maybe this one time.
Right.
And that one time turned into 2 times.
Listen.
And then the 3rd time be the time where something happened and you be like, dang. Why'd I do it?
I knew better.
But okay, I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
You ever heard the saying like, common sense ain't common?
Yeah, I've heard that.
So that is to say like everybody doesn't have common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like common sense is something that you think everybody just has.
Yeah.
But we all know. We all listeners, y'all know everybody don't got common sense.
That's real.
So what are some what keeps, is it the same way with wisdom? And what are some things that keep people from tapping into that wisdom? That if it is a like an innate gift that's just kind of like there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that kind of keep people from tapping into that wisdom is self-awareness.
Yeah. Okay.
And when you talk about common sense, it's simply that people just don't have a lot of self-awareness. They don't know what they getting themselves into. I don't even recognize this situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you just haphazardly stumbled upon something.
Yeah. That awareness is
awareness.
Big.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. When you able to observe a situation or at least kind of think it through.
Yeah. And have that foresight and be able to think like, all right, if I do this is the next thing that's coming after it.
Right. What are the consequences? Mm-hmm. How is this going to affect me and the people around me?
Yeah.
Is this for my good or is this for selfish gain?
Yeah.
See, sometimes you got to be able to weigh your options and really think about something and not always just put yourself in the midst and be like, I'm going to do it because I want to.
Yeah.
That's not always good.
Yeah, and we can fall into that trap sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just doing something because we want to do it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop me from doing it.
I'm grown.
I'm grown. I pay my own bill. It's like, wait a minute. Like,
yeah.
nobody said none of that. But if you about to do something that's unwise, it's going to be detrimental to you. Why do it?
Why do it?
Don't make no sense.
Why do it? Or don't get yourself in a situation where you think, I didn't did this before, so now I know how to play it differently.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not always the case. You think you got control of something and you like, oh, I'm gonna be good. Like you said, I'm gonna just go this one time. I'm gonna just sneak over and talk to him this one time. I'm gonna just do this one time.
Yeah.
And it always be this Pandora's box.
It always backfires.
It
always backfires. It always backfires, especially when you know what you know.
Yeah.
If you done been down that road before,
mm-hmm.
and you got burnt, and then you decide to go back down that road again, it's probably gonna burn a little worse the next time.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, don't just let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah. If you've been hurt and now you think like, oh, I'm over it, I'm good. Now I know how to play the scene. Now I know how to move around them. 9 times out of 10, that should have just been a situation where you're like, okay, I learned my lesson. I'm done. I'm going to move on.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm good.
I don't need this no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another character trait that women have is that women are peacemakers.
Baby, be my peace. Say Hamp need peace.
We have the power to control an atmosphere.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
control that environment. Set the tone. Set the
yeah,
mood.
yeah,
Yeah.
We can either bring calm into a room,
Mm-hmm.
or we can be the fire in it.
And that is very important because it's like, while you might have that gift of bringing the peace, you also can definitely bring the fire.
Yep.
Especially if you don't have peace inside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have peace in yourself, you're gonna be, everywhere you go, you're gonna be unintentionally, subconsciously bringing chaos.
Yep.
And bringing conflict.
Toxic.
You know, just toxic, dysfunctional, all that good stuff. But I can definitely say, like, when when you around those women and you around those people, those women in your family, those women, those friends you got, whoever, like your significant others, you know when you around those people, that's like when they around, it's like an aura or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like an aura of just like peace.
Yeah.
Like just exuding from them, and like you say, setting the environment.
Exactly.
By how they, moving, how they talking, all of that. Like that's a real thing. I definitely like have seen that before or whatever, several times.
Yeah, absolutely. There is this energy about us. Yeah. That we walk with. It can go one or two ways. Like you said, I can walk into a room, and based on the energy that I'm bringing, the peace that I walk in, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that go Klassi."
Yeah.
Klassi in the building.
Yeah.
Or depending on the energy and the vibe that I'm giving off, it's gonna be, here come Klassi.
Oh, there go Klassi.
She go.
Eyes rolling,
exactly.
Heads turning, necks rolling.
Exactly.
People doing like this.
Yeah, and that has a lot to do with us being able to, we kind of like not just create the scene and the atmosphere by our tone, but also by our mannerisms, by our actions. You know what I'm saying? How we responding to other people. Are we friendly? Yeah. Are we compassionate? Are we genuine?
Are you courteous?
Are
you coming in looking for an issue?
Right. Are you stuck up? Are you thinking everybody looking at you some type of way because of your own insecurities?
Yeah.
Then now you think, oh, such and
girl,
such.
Girl, who she thinks she looking at?
Right.
Who she looking at? Why that girl over there looking at me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that, like all of that stuff. Or like you say mannerisms. I'm saying like how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
How you carry yourself. All of that. Like, are you carrying yourself like a lady? Are you carrying yourself like a queen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that is very important. When you're talking about like the characteristics of the type of queen, type of woman we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once again, it could be the thing that could set off a fireball in the room, and be like, next thing you know, 911, we have an emergency.
Right.
Or it could be the thing to be like, man, like, you know how many good connections I made last night, over there at Klassi event, or you know how many good people I met. You know how many I had people, giving me cards. I had people like reaching up, just sitting out, getting like spitting game, like getting nuggets, getting gems, getting information. And it's like all of that can be set by just like how you decide as a woman to talk to people, to look at people, to treat people, to how you carry yourself, all of that stuff, man. And it's something that you might take for granted and not even think twice about, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's very real. And especially in the family setting.
Yeah.
Because that's the energy that your husband breeds off of, and your children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on the relationship that you have with your children, it's going to be based on how you respond to them, how you react in front of them to different things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Creating this comfortable space where they like, oh, I can bring something to mom. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to her about that. She ain't always, this drama queen over the top, making everything bigger than what it seemed.
Yeah, everything ain't gonna be a 10 response. She gonna have a measured response for stuff. Right. Which make me feel like I can talk to her about anything. Same for the husband, same for your significant other, your partner. Yeah. If I know that you're going to have a measured response for what I'm bringing to you, and everything ain't going to be the drama queen response or just going ham by everything,
I ain't gonna bring
it's
nothing to
going
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
If I feel like you gonna go ham about everything, I ain't bringing nothing.
I ain't bringing nothing to you.
You know, or if I feel like none of that, if I feel like, let's say I do have an idea about a business venture or something I'm thinking about doing. If I feel like you about to be negative all the time, you always shooting something down.
Yeah.
You just
Don't
doubtful. Like
it.
I'm just like I ain't why I'm gonna talk to you about it for.
Yep.
Like you just gonna shoot my hopes down anyway. You just gonna shoot my dreams down anyway. So
yeah,
we gonna your partner and your kids are gonna feed off of that energy for real.
Absolutely. And especially like you was just saying the last part, when it comes to your mate having some idea or something that they may believe in, and you just doubtful, shooting it down, being negative Nancy. Sometimes that can be a detriment even to your own household.
Yeah.
Because your significant other may have this bomb idea, but just because they don't know the end result, they don't know exactly what, like you asking a million questions.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't have all the
I don't have all the answers, Sway.
How you gonna do this? How you gonna fund that?
That ain't gonna
How
work.
you gonna
That's
market
stupid.
this?
They don't even
have
make
you thought
sense.
About that?
Have you ever seen that done before? Don't nobody do that.
Yeah,
like,
wouldn't nobody buy that. Don't nobody want that. Why would you do that? That's a waste of money. That's a waste of time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to dream a little bit.
And then 4 months later, you see that very same thing on TV or something. Man, you looking like,
Yep.
We seen it.
Yeah.
Tell me we ain't seen it now.
Yeah. We have seen it happen. We have definitely seen it happen, yo. Absolutely.
Yeah, so why don't be so quick to shoot stuff down, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. And make sure that the peace that you carry is the peace that you bring with you.
Yeah.
Like,
say that one more time. Say that one more time.
The peace that you carry, make sure that's the peace that you bring with you.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I say that is because
I like that.
Sometimes people don't want to hear all your pessimistic beliefs or doubts or insecurities about something.
Yeah.
But just to be calm and reassuring.
All of that pessimistic doubt and stuff that you bring with you is infectious.
Yeah.
It is like an infection. It really is. Like if you might have some pessimistic stuff about you because of how things might have played out in a situation with you. Yeah. Whether that be with a business venture or a relationship or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing. It's one thing to like let people know about your experiences and things you've been through,
and be constructive.
Based off of what you've been through. It's a total another thing to just like shoot down what other people got going on because it didn't work out for you.
Right.
Because it didn't work out for because the business thing didn't work out for you because the relationship didn't work out for you. Like that pessimistic stuff. Like like no, that keep that to yourself. Keep that to yourself, yo. Because you could be literally talking somebody else out of a good thing.
Exactly.
You really could.
Exactly.
And you as the person listening to that need to be aware of that. You need to be thinking that to yourself all the time. All right, just because this didn't work out for this person or it didn't go well with this person don't mean it's going to play out the same way for me.
Yeah.
So, that peace that you bring, make sure that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Because you would be surprised at how many people, like you said, it's infectious. You'll be surprised at how many people is feeding off of that.
Yeah.
And that energy, they like, oh dang, you know how it is when the power of two touching and agreeing. You know what I'm saying? So you bring something to one of your friends, one of your sisters, and you like, man, so I got this idea. What you think about this? Oh, let me touch and agree with you on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's work together. Let's chop up some numbers and see how this is going to work out. Let's see if this even makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that you doing something that you're going to succeed at. I want it to grow.
Yeah.
So even if it's something that I'm not familiar with, that don't mean I'm going to shoot it down and I'm going to wish bad on you or be like, that ain't, girl, you're just crazy. Don't even waste your time. Go on back to work and wait for that promotion.
Yeah. Now, what I'm not going to do, I'm not just going to tell you what it is that you want to hear.
Exactly.
But if anything, I'm going to try to give you some constructive, criticism or some suggestions and recommendations to try to help make it pop.
Yeah.
How to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not sitting here saying you just telling somebody if they got some crazy dream that like, all right, this ain't gonna work. You just go along with it to be a yes man or a yes woman.
Exactly.
Nah, that's not what we saying. But if there's something that you can come at from a different posture, from a different position to help them make it pop, make it go for a recommendation or suggestion standpoint, that's what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, touching and agreeing and trying to help them figure it out. You know what I'm saying? That's how that should go.
Yeah. So now I want to talk about what I like to call 3 soul snatchers.
3 soul snatchers.
Now,
Ooh.
These are 3 different
3 soul snatchers.
3 different characteristics that some women have that can literally change the whole trajectory of not only their own lives, but their friends, their surroundings, their circle. When we talk about sisterhood, just the connection of women being able to prosper together, to share their dreams together, just to be, connected in unity and move on one accord.
Okay.
So,
ooh, this sounds like this about to be juicy right here. Ooh, I can't wait to hear these.
Dang. One of those character traits is comparison.
Comparison.
That is one thing about women.
What?
Yes.
Women don't be comparing.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
Cut it out.
That comparison then jacked up a whole lot of friendships.
Not the queens. The queens ain't out here comparing that.
Some of them have. That's a real struggle. That's a real issue.
Y'all ain't heard what my boy, his name Jonathan McReynolds. Comparison kills.
Comparison kills.
Comparison kills, y'all.
Listen, and you don't even realize that you can get so distracted looking sideways that you forget to run your own race.
Yeah. You can get so distracted looking sideways that you forget to run your own race.
Yeah.
And your own race, what it is that you got going on might be that thing.
Exactly.
You might be comparing what you got going on and jealous or envious of what somebody else got going on, while not only that person, but other people are looking at what you're doing like, man, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. And not only that, you also might just be seeing what where you at in the race. You in the first leg of the race.
Exactly.
You don't know by that time you get to that 10th leg of the race, it's gonna be on.
Yeah.
You're gonna have all type of blessings and stuff showering down your way, but you got to keep going to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to keep going to see that.
And you have to keep going to see that, and you also have to learn that measuring your success based on somebody else's achievement will always keep you behind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
if I'm paying attention to somebody else's success and I'm working on something totally different, how am I trying to level up to what they're doing when we're
not even working on the same thing? We ain't even
doing the same thing.
Yeah, we're not working on the same thing. We both might be entrepreneurs or pursuing something, but what we're trying to do is two totally different things. 2 totally different things.
So if you see somebody else popping and you realize like, dang, I ain't there yet. So now I'm going to hate on them.
Yeah.
I'm going to wish bad on them.
I'm gonna take low key delight when I see them failing.
When I see them falling,
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, "Oh, see, I knew that wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
I knew they wasn't going to get nothing popping."
Yep. And that's some women got to work on.
How petty is that, yo?
Very petty.
How petty and do you not know that bad karma, that bad juju, whatever that you putting out there, that's gonna come back around on you?
Yeah.
You can't be out here wishing on people downfall that ain't did nothing to you and expect to prosper and be blessed.
Exactly.
It don't work like that.
Exactly. That's why as women we have to remember, we look in the mirror and the only competition you should see is you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
in competition with myself from yesterday.
Exactly. I'm trying to be better than homegirl that just got 4 new clients. Yeah. I'm trying to be better than if I just got, say for instance, 2 contracts yesterday. So my goal today is to get 3 or 4. See, I'm trying to double up some attainable measures that I know I can attain and I can reach.
Yeah.
Based on what I've done yesterday, based on what I did last month, I'm trying to do better this month.
Yeah, you talking data.
I'm talking data.
You talking tracking
facts.
and reporting your progress.
Yeah.
And looking at what you did the last quarter.
Yep.
And how can you boss up and big up on that from this quarter.
Yep.
You ain't looking at what the next lady doing, the next company doing, the next entrepreneur doing. You looking at yourself and monitoring and tracking your progress.
Exactly.
And that's what you measuring yourself by, and that's exactly what you should do.
Yep.
And that'll keep you from all of that comparison, and with that come the envy and the jealousy and the bitterness and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that, man.
Definitely don't want that.
You should be measuring yourself by what you're doing. And it made me think about what the Queen L Boogie said, and she was quoting scripture, and I might not be saying it exactly right, but it's like, when we compare ourselves amongst ourselves, we do so unwisely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, I think that's in one of them letters to Paul. But when we compare ourselves amongst ourselves with stuff like that, we do so unwisely, and it's to no profit. It don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. So, ladies, whatever your goals are, whatever you're working on, make sure that you're paying attention to what's on your own paper. Don't look over at somebody else's test. They may have a whole separate question there. May not even be the same one. So while you looking over there trying to mark B for number 3 on they paper,
preach,
may be totally different on your own.
Preach.
Real talk.
And now you done failed the test.
Now you done failed the
test because you was looking at their paper.
Yeah.
Nah, yo, that's so true, man. That is so true because we each individually got our own things anyway.
Exactly.
Our own test to pass. Like, don't be looking at the next person. Yo.
Yep.
That was a good one. What else? What's number 2? What's the next soul snatcher?
Number 2, soul snatcher for women.
Yeah. What you got?
Man, low self-esteem. Low self-esteem amongst women has got it done got some people in trouble.
The low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem.
Yeah. Yeah,
when you lack
identity
and you don't know who you are and whose you are, you'll get yourself caught up in a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely see, especially in this in the social media era that we live in, which kind of make me think about the number 1 with the comparison. The low self-esteem can come into place too with the, like, oh, I'm not getting enough likes. I'm not getting enough comments. Nobody thinks I'm beautiful. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you used to just either naturally get from yourself or just being, just out and with family. It's like now you kind of like, it's always in your face.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And things happen that didn't happen before.
Right.
That can affect your self-esteem, and you got to be real careful with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that, like I said, that can start to have you doubting yourself.
Yep.
And it can start to have you treating other people who could be potential allies or partners differently. Because you see them, they have high confidence and high self-esteem.
Yep.
And, and they're getting the quote unquote attention that you might be seeking. And, but it don't mean nothing to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing to them.
Yeah.
And now your judgment is all messed up because you not getting that same whatever attention. And those self-esteem boosters or whatever, when self-esteem comes from self.
Exactly.
That's why it's called self-esteem.
in my Cat Williams voice, you gotta esteem your fucking self.
Yo, straight up.
That's a real thing because
up,
when you don't have high esteem of yourself, you start putting your value and your self-worth into people and things.
Yeah.
And so now you have this materialistic mindset about things where you can, like, okay, I'm trying to cover up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to big myself up by looking. This outward appearance. That I got more than what I really have. And it's like, no, because that's real superficial.
Yeah, that's real on the surface, superficial, shallow type stuff.
And the wrong person get a hold of that, they gonna break you down.
Yeah.
That can be from other women, like your friends. You know what I'm saying? Putting that mirror up to your face. If you see your friends in a position where they're comfortable in their own skin and they're confident in who they are, that will cause you to start looking at yourself like, okay, what I'm missing, what I'm lacking.
Yeah, what's wrong with me?
What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know, so you got to be real careful with that. And it can also happen in relationships too.
Yeah.
You know, you put all your value in this one place, and now this your significant other, this other person, is bringing out the worst in you.
Yeah.
Because you're not confident and comfortable to have that self-love for yourself. So now you like spitting fire.
Yeah. Basically, it's like those things are so fragile, right?
Yeah.
Like whether it be with a relationship or the things that you value.
Yeah.
You know, if any of those things fall apart, then what happens to your self-esteem?
Exactly.
But when you carry that self-esteem around inside of you, you know what I'm saying? There is no the fragility level is different.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's all on you. You can't control what another person is doing.
Exactly.
You don't know how long this wealth, these things you had, these things that you place value in are gonna be there. This job title, whatever. But when you carry around that in your heart, in yourself, you know that's something that you got more control over. You know how long that lasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And having enough self-esteem will also put you in the position where if you was to lose it all, you got enough confidence in yourself to gain it all back.
Gain it right back. Yo, get back on that horse.
Listen.
Queens, get back on the horse. If you fall off and having to lose some self-esteem and something happened, man, when you get back on,
listen, you go 10 times harder.
You go 10 times harder, and it's like it's different.
Yeah,
it hit different after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Neely Fuller Jr. had one of the best definitions for self-esteem to me, and he say like self-esteem is basically when you do things that work for yourself.
That part.
And so when you do things that work for yourself, or you try to do something and it works, that increases your self-esteem.
Yep.
And it could be the simplest thing, you know, that you might have had an idea to do something and you went and did it and it worked. That increases your self-esteem. Yeah. You might have had an idea for an outfit and you put some stuff together and it came out popping. That increases your self-esteem.
Yeah.
You might have had an idea for a recipe or something and threw that together and worked. That increases your self-esteem. Self-esteem is simply when you do things that work for your benefit in your favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's you acknowledging and accepting what your strengths are. But you only know what you're good at if you do it.
If you only know what you're good at if you do it.
It's just that simple.
It's that simple.
So you can't be in a space where you like, I'm not a good mama. I don't know how to be no good wife. I can't do this. Well, until you do it, until you try it at your very best and give it your all.
Yeah, you
won't know.
You don't know.
You won't know.
Yeah,
and it's in those things
you
that
jump off the porch.
Absolutely. And like you said, you build on that self-esteem by continually doing something different, doing something that you're good at, learning yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I know for some women, like it's a big thing for you to go from living at home, go to either, you know what I'm saying, college, or start working. Next thing you know, you're in a relationship, you married, you got kids, you never really had a chance to find yourself for real. So it's kind of like it's in those experiences where you do something that you learn what you're good at, you learn what your knack is, you explore a little bit just to kind of figure out like, I don't know, maybe I can try something else.
Yeah, and you don't know until you start, like you say, exploring and doing those different things.
Yeah,
you find out what you are good at and what you have. A hidden talent. You would be surprised at the things that you might have never tried to do, and you might be that one at it. Like for real.
Yeah.
You might have a gift or a talent that you don't even know about, but because of something that you never tried or ventured out to think to do, you don't know it's there.
Yep.
And so like that's definitely one, and that's something that definitely when you find out you have this secret talent, a gift, that talk about a self-esteem booster like through the roofs.
Yeah,
through the roofs.
That's real talk. And
what's the third one you got?
The third soul snatcher.
Look,
this is snatch your life away. This will take the breath out of you. People don't want to be around you. People can't deal with you. People don't want to be in the same room as you. People don't want to work with you. A bad attitude. I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk, and I'm not talking that hashtag angry black woman. I'm talking about a bad attitude.
No. We ain't talking about the angry black woman stuff.
we ain't talking about that. We talking about having
there's a difference
bad
between whatever. Well, first off, there is no such thing as angry black woman. That's a stereotype that has been pushed on women, through propaganda to make black women look like they're just ultra aggressive or whatever. Yeah. But there is such a thing as a bad attitude.
Yes, it is.
And y'all know.
Yes, it is.
Y'all know when you ran across somebody that got a stank, funky, low down, don't want to be around attitude.
Listen, hashtag angry bird. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. You have been around somebody who has been like an angry bird, mean spirited.
Ain't nothing good.
Listen.
Nothing's good. Always complaining. Always scheming. Just always manipulating.
And woe is me.
Yes. Victim mindset.
Something always happening to them.
Rude. Selfish. Just the.
Yep.
So all right, let's spend some time. Let's spend some time here.
Let's talk about.
Because I know this is the last one.
Yeah.
But like I said, bringing it back home to secure them bag, black wealth mindset.
Yeah.
Black family goals 2021.
Yeah.
Do people really understand how much having a bad attitude can literally have you outside of the room that you need to be in to get them commas?
Come on.
Do you know how just a simple thank you,
listen,
the stuff your grandma used to tell you, thank you, please. Yes, respect, courtesy can get you in the rooms you need to get in to get the things that you want to get done, to get that money, to get that paper, to get that wealth. Mm-hmm. But some people attitudes be so jacked up.
Listen,
and they refuse to change.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing. Like when you try to tell somebody they got a bad attitude, and that's the thing that's holding them back. You like, look, you got the skills,
right?
Everybody see you got the skills. You got the product. You got the service. Everybody know about it. Can't nobody front on what you doing, but nobody want to work with you.
Nobody want to work with you.
Nobody want to work with you. Nobody want to bring you on because they keep saying you got a bad attitude.
Yep.
And you try to bring that message to somebody who's in that situation. You might get 3 out of 10 that will be receptive to it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Very seldom. Maybe. Yeah. Somebody with a bad attitude will usually give you that. This just the way I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make excuses.
They hit you with what their sign is or something.
Right. Right. Y'all know my zodiac.
Yeah.
People that do not want to confront their own issues and deal with the reality of what's at hand, they will allow life trauma and experiences to taint their attitude, and then, like poison, they affect everybody else around them.
And poison spreads.
Poison spreads. Yeah,
that's what poison do. It spread.
Yes.
And so, like you said, it's like that lack of accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost like it's like an allergic reaction to being accountable.
Right. Unwilling to change.
Yeah. So I just and it's so crazy because it's like, especially if you if you want to see somebody succeed and you want to see somebody win, right?
Yeah.
There is a way that you can talk to somebody and let them know how to do something different, especially if an attitude might be part of the problem.
Yeah.
The thing that I never understood or understand is, like, if I'm bringing it to you the right way, and I know I'm not the only one that's seeing this, why then have the unwillingness to change if your priority and your objective is to be successful?
Right.
You know what I mean? And have your business be successful, have your family be successful. Like, that's another kind of stubbornness. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say that's being stubborn.
That's being stubborn.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it don't make no sense. And it made me think about like, I remember one time like we talking about black business. It was this young black lady. She had a cleaning company, and she had came to like my house to do some like cleaning like right before I was getting ready to sell or something like that or whatever. And she did a really good job, but it was a couple things that she you know, had maybe like didn't do like a really good job cleaning up. Like might have been some dust still on the ceiling fan, or the oven might have still been dirty, something like that.
Yeah.
And like, so what I did was I sent her like a note or an email, and I basically was explaining to her and saying like, you know, like, you did a good job, da 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 da. But going forward in the future, if this is the price that you're gonna be charging, you might want to make sure that you do this, you clean this, da da da. And she was a little young or whatever, so like I mean, like I'm kind of like an OG or whatever. So yeah, like I'm telling her these things, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and her attitude and her disposition about it was so good, because she could see that I was coming from a position where like I really was trying to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That she gave me like a reference for like a free cleaning in the future or something like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so it's like when your attitude is right, that's what you do. You bring in customers. You get references for your business.
Yeah.
You bring in people want to work with you.
Yeah.
But when your attitude is all jacked up, you know what I'm saying? Especially when people might be trying to bring some criticism to you, some constructive criticism to you, and bring it to you in the right way where they're not personally attacking you.
Exactly.
Why you only hurting yourself by like not listening to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you above reproach and nobody can say nothing to you.
Right.
And if that's the case, then you just whatever. All right.
Yeah.
You done anyway. So.
Yeah. No, I agree with everything that you just said, because one thing that I have come to understand is that a good attitude is like favor.
Yeah, man.
Like that will supersede you walking into rooms where people just have heard about you, almost like a reputation. Your attitude will leave a lasting impression on a person.
Yeah.
The way that you handled the encounter.
Yeah.
If there was a customer who was maybe upset, you know what I'm saying, about how something was done, and the way that you responded to that makes a huge difference.
What was your customer service like? How did you handle that person? How did you help compensate for their bad customer experience or whatever?
And that always will be something that people will remember. That's what more than anything else. How did you answer the phone? How did you handle this? How did you respond when you were late? If something came up and there was a change in scheduling, what was I able to follow up with you? Just different things on how you handle it and treat people. You know what I'm saying? Because your attitude is kind of like, if you have a real bad attitude, I know sometimes I always say this,
you're blocking your blessings, man.
You're blocking your blessings. And I know I say this sometimes, but I ain't gonna name the store. But they got greeters. And the greeters always have a bad attitude.
The store got greeters?
The store have greeters. As soon as you walk in, why am I the first one to speak?
Okay. I think
you're standing there like you don't even want to be here.
I think I know what store you're talking about.
Why, when I walk in and I'm getting ready to ask for something, like, what aisle is X, Y, and Z in? It's over there somewhere. Just check electronics. And it's like... dang, what happened to this professionalism, this friendly aura about yourself, like this customer service,
the store that they at?
having a good attitude. You seem like you just brought all your life problems
into the profession.
And, you know, and that's so unprofessional. And like you said, people don't want to deal with it. People don't want to work with you when you're like that. You know, not only do you block your blessings, but you really stagnate your growth. You know what I'm saying? You can only reach so high until people are just like, I'm going to choose to work with somebody else. I'm going to choose to look for another vendor. I'm going to choose to look for another friend, because you can't be trusted. I don't want to deal with you. You always off-putting. And that's
And because what it is, that, like I said, that like people like to be, I mean, like I said, unless there's like a crazy amount of money involved, but even then, most people like to be comfortable when they doing business with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be all tense and anxious and nervous and uncomfortable and edgy when I'm doing business with you, because it's like I'm walking around I'm walking on eggshells with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to
like
do
you
that.
a ticking time
Now,
bomb. I don't know who I'm gonna get.
There are maybe a 5% of like, you know, highly sought after people who will, like, you might just be like, all right, forget it. They got a bad attitude. We just gonna work with them because whatever they're doing is that good.
Exactly.
That is the exception, not the rule, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is not the rule.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, man. But
Yeah.
that whole back, I think that's definitely an issue of the heart, yo.
Yeah, it is.
That's an issue of the heart. Like,
it is.
whether it be some roots of bitterness or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be, or like you say, just untreated trauma or
Yeah.
lack of accountability.
Yeah.
That's definitely an issue of the heart that has to be dealt
carrying
with.
baggage. I think as we come closer to the end of our show, one thing I want to share with my sisters, I love all of you queens. I care about you guys. I want the best for all of you, just as much as I want for myself. So I can honestly say, whatever the work is that you have to do it.
Right.
That personal work of unpacking that baggage, that trauma, those issues of the heart that you just fail to acknowledge. You just kind of brush it under the rug. You just want to sit it aside and keep moving every day like nothing has happened. The more that you fail to acknowledge those things, the bigger it becomes.
Preach.
And it sticks out like a sore thumb. You may not know it because you feel like you getting through.
Mm-hmm.
You
just
know what I'm saying?
by.
So you just getting by. You just kind of going with the motions of the day to day. But I promise you, other people around you can see it. Mm-hmm. And we feel it.
And there are things going on also that you can't see.
Yeah.
That might be impacting your health.
Yep.
You know, and I'll just really stay right there. Like, and I said this on the last, we said this on the last one, like how stress is like the number one bacteria.
Yeah.
There could be things going on, right? Whether it's with the comparison or the self-esteem, or the attitude, that could be causing depression, causing anxiety, causing stress, and all of these things we know lead to things like high blood pressure, hypertension, nervous breakdown, aneurysm, migraine, etc. etc.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is just not. This is, you know, health is wealth, of course. But all of these things that we talking about, like you say, all of the things that you laid out and mentioned about doing the work and doing the unpacking, you got to do it for yourself first, and then do it for your family. You know what I mean? But do it for yourself first, because you deserve it. You're worthy. You deserve it.
Because more than anything else, you are the asset.
Yeah.
And you bring value to whatever situation and whatever family unit and whatever you're a part of.
Yeah.
You bring value to that. You're not a liability. You're an asset. So always remember that.
The queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard.
Say it one more time.
The queen. Oh, she like that, y'all.
Say it one more time.
The queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard.
There you have it. Ladies, I think we did it.
Hey. Protect the kings.
Got to. Always.
Yeah. Nah, that was good, though. That's good.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Strike a Match Podcast.
It's your boy, J. Hamp.
It's your girl, Klassi Lady. Love you guys. Peace.
We out.